Welcome back to the channel, you guys. Welcome back. Who are you and what's going on? So I'm thinking I'm going to answer the what's going on first. So in saying that, give me 1 minute. Anyway, I hope everyone's doing well. We're living in a crazy world. Really, really crazy world. Okay. Oh, can't forget this guy. I have 3 of them, and I don't know why I have 3. One's duplicated, I think. I don't even think it's duplicated. I don't know what they were doing. Oh, that's our healthcare system. So what's going on? Okay. So it started about, I would say about 2.5 years ago. This is my guess anyway. And I noticed I started losing some hair. And I was like, well, okay. I'm getting older. Who knows? I was really tired at the time, and I don't ever act my, well, I try to act my age. I don't believe in my mind that I'm my age. I'm way younger. I try not to come across immature or anything. I just have a very young spirit still. So I didn't give it the thought, well, maybe it's your age and maybe you need to slow down or whatever, or maybe you do have a health issue, because I don't go to the doctor. What ended up happening is this summer, after a couple of years, I started really losing my hair really bad, and my nails started chipping. So I was like, you know what, I'm not losing my hair. I've actually lost half of my hair. And a lot of people would say, well, you look like you have lots of hair. If you go back in my videos, there's one in particular when I first got my van, and it shows, you can really tell how much more hair I had. Anyway, that doesn't matter. I went in and I got blood work done, and 2 days later, the doctor phoned me at 11 o'clock at night and said, your blood work's critical. You need to go to emergency right now, or in the morning if it's not convenient. And so I went. That was a Thursday evening, and Friday night I went, because I ended up going to work on Friday. So they wanted to do a blood transfusion. Apparently I was iron anemic. Your iron levels are supposed to be 120. Mine was critical levels of 50. So that's very, very low. I was getting chest pains. I couldn't breathe. I wouldn't be able to walk to the end, from the front of my van to the end of my van, without barely even being able to breathe. I thought I had COPD. I was devastated. I actually almost went into a depression. That was in around the time that I put out It's All About the Cracker. Ivy broke and It's All About the Cracker. I was really sick then, actually. So I went and I got on iron pills, and I went on for iron infusions once a week for a month. I refused the blood transfusions, not for any, just, it was my own personal choice. It wasn't for any, horrible reason of prejudice or anything like that. It was just my own personal choice for what I believe in stuff. That's all. Okay. So I kept working, and then I still have been feeling really, really tired and run down and can't seem to get on my feet. Still losing my hair. Just I look horrible. I've aged really bad. Like, this has really wiped out my body. It's affected. The lack of oxygen in my system for almost a year. It was so bad. I had to use a shopping cart just to go get milk in the back of the store because I couldn't walk. I didn't know what was wrong with me, and then it wasn't COPD. It was because all my cells and muscles and everything was being starved of oxygen. So that's why I've lost so much of my muscle mass, my energy, all my organs, my whole system has been affected by this. So something else is going on now. So this is why I brought this out. Just to show you. Not lying, and I know you're not the kind of people that tune into my channel. You're not the kind that would think that I would lie or that I'm whatever. You know, you take me for face value, which thank goodness you do. So I don't know if I'd want to really deal with that kind of stuff right now. Anyway, see, yay. We all can kind of figure out what that's for. See, there. And then we have, so yeah, we got to go for that. And then this one is, which one is this one? This one is medical imaging. Took me a month. I've got to wait a month. And I need it now. I need to know what's going on. But we've got more to say on that. So on this one, it's got renal and pelvis imaging. So let's see if we can landmark this for you guys. See where it's ticked? Fun. Should I bring you guys with me? I'm going to try. Because I hate doctors. I don't hate them. I hate going to a doctor. And we're going to get into that too. So that's one. Let's do this quickly here. This is the ghost one. It's got all the information and everything. Oh, actually, no. Urinalysis and albumin. I could never say that word when I was in school. Let me see, where are we here? Right there. All right, coming in. Right, see? Right there. So there's that one. Now I can't get the results until March 30th because I gotta wait so long. Hopefully I don't die until then. And this one is capital F, capital I, capital T. Sorry. Colon rectal cancer screening. This is general laboratory requisition for Alberta Precision Laboratories. Same with the other one that I showed you. So here, incoming. And you see it? I don't know, can you? Can you see it? There we go. So folks, you're coming along with me. That's what's been going on. I don't think I have cancer. I'm pretty in tune with my body, and I'm very medical knowledgeable, intelligent. I have a background in medical. I think I have kidney stones. So I've gone and ordered aloe vera juice. For anyone that wants to go and do some research, aloe vera juice. I've heard aloe vera is very good in combating kidney stones and keeping them away. So I highly suggest. It's pretty cheap. I think it's like a tablespoon a day. I don't know. But I went and ordered some, and I've done some research on it. So it's something to look into and do your own research and see if it's a supplement that you might want to add to your daily routine. I don't know. I'm just passing it along. Another thing I've been doing is going through a week, going through pure, 100% pure. This is not the blended or whatever it is. This is pure cranberry juice. The kind that you can barely even get a teaspoon in your mouth because it's so sour bitter. It's really bitter. So I've been trying to drink a bottle of that a week because I'm trying to clean out my system. Really give it a good deep clean. not a detox. I haven't been eating. I've been feeling really nauseated. So I probably went like 3 weeks with barely eating. So I think that was a little bit of enough of a starvation mode that it really kick-started things moving, being able to move the old out and kind of replenishing a bit, maybe. I don't know. But that is why I haven't been putting out videos. I've been feeling really nauseous and really tired. And leaving my last employment, no one can say if you worked at a place for 5.5 years and you worked really, really hard to get to, I would say, pretty much the most desired position as a truck driver. And that's with the Maine Asphalt crew. And because of certain people, there's a bootlicker in every company. And when I complained about or asked for this certain individual truck driver not to be on my job sites, if they could keep him away from me, because he was a jerk. I'd love to say some other words, but he was a real jerk. And he had problems, he has issues. Maybe we could use the narcissist word. I think that would really actually suit quite well. So then he jumped on the bandwagon, because how dare I, as a woman, even complain about it. So we're going to double it up on you. And I was getting really treated unfairly. I was told that if I got off of work early because of a big job, sometimes there's quite a few trucks cycling through on a big job on asphalt. And sometimes my truck would end up near the end being let go earlier. So say if it's like 2:30 in the afternoon and I get back to the yard, I would ask the superintendent for hours to be put on a different job so I could work and get like full hour days and stuff. And he just would say to me, no, the hours are for the guys. So I had no incidents. I always tried to be cheerful. I rolled with the punches. It's not easy. I went in there not knowing anything about construction. I knew how to drive a truck. And I had to learn. And nobody taught me. Nobody mentored me. I had to learn on my own. And looking at other drivers. And I pushed my way up. And then apparently head office. And I know this kind of went under the upper office's radar, because this is what happens in the middle office, and they get away with a lot that the upper office doesn't know about. And I was cleared to work the winter, and it takes seniority to get to that point, and I finally made it. And this other person that didn't have seniority, the bootlicker, and the favorite of the guy that was doing the trucks, who jumped on the bandwagon, was getting all the hours, and they actually laid me off on the 20th, this superintendent, when he had no right to. And then they didn't tell me. almost 7 weeks went by before I found out. And so I left. And I don't need it. And I had a better job offer, and that will be coming up in more videos. It'll be a lot of fun. Have lots of content to show you guys. So let's wrap this video up here. I don't want to be too long-winded for you guys. So now, who are you? I'm going to give you a very quick bio on Alberta Betsy. So I was born and raised in New Brunswick. I moved with my mom and dad to Goose Bay, Labrador when I was 11. And my dad was the airport manager there. So from 11 to 16, I was an Air Force brat. I left for Alberta to go to high school and came back when I was 18 and worked for a little bit and met my husband, previous ex-husband, who was in the military. I had 2 children with him. We moved out west. I ended up leaving that marriage. It was not healthy. And I just raised the 2 boys pretty much on my own. Had really no education or anything. So I just got whatever jobs I could, and I worked and got us set up. And then I met somebody else. He was in my life for 9 years. I had 2 children with him. And then I basically kind of went on my own. And I tried to build a career. Just hang on a second. Wilson's barking at the lady that owns the farmhouse and the farm. She's out and about today. He thinks she's going to come murder me or something. So he's just doing his job. I don't like him out there barking though. Hey, sweetheart. That's okay. No, you can't come in. No, you see outside. It's a nice day out. You can come in after. Okay, bud? Back. Go eat your crunchies. Good boy. Come here. Come on. Okay, sorry, you guys. Okay, so basically I put a career together by volunteering on the ambulance in Kimberley, BC. And that's how you did it then. I don't know if it's still the same way, but I think it is, pretty much. You volunteer and then you take courses and you build up through the system your career from, like, say you're an emergency medical responder, you would work so many hours, go in and take a government approved first aid for EMR course, and then you would take the tests. The tests are really intense. You have to get 100%. And then you would go up to the next level, which would be equivalent, maybe say your EMT, which would be your emergency medical technician, and then the next one would be paramedic. Well, I was almost at my EMT level when I moved my kids to Alberta, throwing away that whole career basically, because you can't change it interprovincially. But I was thinking of my kids because they were in high school and I wanted them to have more options in school and after high school for the 2 older boys anyway. So I went and took an EMR course, built my career up, joined a volunteer fire department, did that for 5 years. Not at the same place, 3 and 2 different places, and got all my firefighting courses that the city firefighters have. Got recognized and then got hired on with TransAlta, and then they put me through a millwright course apprenticeship, and they also gave me my NCSO, which is your National Safety Officers Association, but it's the NCO. Your National Safety Officer. And I didn't pursue that. I did work in that position occasionally. It was a casual position because I was medic. I was, and then when there wasn't a shutdown, that's when I did millwright and safety. So it was basically 2 kind of careers that they could put me in. Because when I got hired for the medical end of things for the shutdowns, for the plant. So then I went on to an oil refinery in southern Alberta, and I ran the SCBAs, the breathing air for the plant. It was a 99% H2S. And the remote sites, and all the trucks, and I had to maintain those, all the masks, the bottles. Then I had an ambulance, a first aid room, and then I worked on the safety side of things, and I also volunteered for the confined space and the high angle rescue team, which I have courses for all those. I have the highest level of high angle rescue and confined space as well. But confined space it's not really levels. High angle is, so it's a total different thing. So I really worked hard, and I had all these, certificates and everything. And one day I just threw it all away. And I thought, okay. I was about 45, 46. And I went into nursing because I thought, this is no waste of my life. I'm not helping people. So I went in and I just took healthcare aid because I really missed the medical side of things. And so I thought, well, I'll go help old people because I really like old people and they're so lonely. And so I did. And then I got into that career, and I came home and cried at myself to sleep every night. And after about 6 months, my daughter said, that's it, I can't do this. You have to leave your job or stop crying yourself to sleep every night over these clients of yours. And I just was heartbroken because I couldn't do enough. I didn't have the time with my schedule to spend the time that I wanted to spend with them. Get them something in their day to look forward to and to cherish, and, you know, something to sit down with them and just things like that. And I did that for a couple of years, and then I just couldn't do it anymore. So then that was when I turned 50. So I highly suggest everybody after this video, go write down a bucket list. And there is a movie out called The Bucket List. Morgan Freeman and I forget who else. Cute movie. But actually it was that movie that made me go and write a bucket list. And I got out my bucket list and I looked over it and I revised it and I looked over it and I thought, I've always wanted to go truck driving. So I'm going to go get my class 3. We'll start with our class 3 and we'll work up to our class 1. So I got my class 3 10 years ago, and I've got 100% clean abstract. I have hauled manure on farmers' fields. I've actually tobogganed down farmers' fields. I did that for a couple of months after I hauled concrete cement. That was a pretty hard job. That was my first job. So I was driving from out of town company into the city. I didn't have a clue where the truck routes were. I was driving a manual transmission. It was like a 1970s, early 70s truck. It was the ugliest thing you've ever seen in your life. That was the only truck they trusted me with. It was horrible. Everyone looked at it and it was like, oh my God, that thing is actually driving on the road. It was so ugly. Manual transmission to boot. So not only did I have to worry about a big, huge drum rotating on the back of my truck, I had to worry about how to get around Edmonton because I didn't have a clue. What bridges not to go under, where not to go, what one-way streets were, what were trucking routes, or I could get like a 23 to a $6,000 fine, get stuck under a bridge, get turned around somewhere where I'm stuck. It was horrifying. I cried lots. No one saw, but I cried. So I went from that to another company hauling concrete, and then I went into hauling water, and then that was a learning curve too, because it's liquids. And not only that, filling in the fall, your lines freeze and stuff. So there's all kinds of challenges. And then I went to hauling diesel, and that was absolutely horrible. It almost wrecked me. It's really hard work. And I'm thinking, what am I doing? All these hard jobs. And I'm looking at all these gravel truck drivers, and I'm like, they don't even get out of their truck. They move a couple of buttons. That's it. I got to go get myself a job in that. So that's when I dived into, that's when I dived into the construction. And I worked so hard, and I learned what they call base, which is your ground, your dirt work, and groundbreaking. And then I made it into asphalt on the main crew. I have been working. When I work, I get laid off November, and I go back in April. So I have a few months of catch my breath time. Most of that has been trying to build out my van in the last 2 years. Prior to that, I did do one winter in my truck and camper, and then I got in an accident with Wilson, and I had to move into a house, and then I moved back out. Everything went in storage because it was a quick decision. I'm going to explain something in a second here to you guys about that because I had a question. So anyway, I've worked really, really hard to get where I was. I have exhausted myself. For my age, working 6 days a week, I think I was doing anywhere between 140 and 160 hours every 2 weeks to 170 hours. And that was hard work. And then on Sundays, I had laundry, groceries, cleaning, showering, and a build to do. So I got really run down, and that is why I am sick now. That is why it takes me so long to do everything lately, in the last year anyway. And that is why it's been taking me a little bit to put out videos, because I have been trying to get on my feet. Those who have stuck with me, I've been watching my subscribers. They've been going down and up and down and up and down and up. And it hasn't gone below 1,143. And it's gone up as high as 150. And it's at 148 now. And I just want to, I'm just like, oh, I just want to give you guys all a big hug, because that just warms my heart so much to know that there's people sticking around. And I'm not here to make money, and in saying that, I did monetize, and I do have a thank you click thing. I just thought it might be fun. I don't know. It's up to you guys if you want to press it or not. Just to earn a little bit of money, because in a year's time, I want to be done with this. I want my camper built, and I have something else to show you. I'm going to do that. I've got a video half made, so it'll be another one up Tuesday, Wednesday at the very latest. So I have been working on stuff. But anyway, getting back to why everything's piled up and I look so disorganized. I've been working my butt off. I'm an older person, and I moved out of my place with no help, for the build. And I'm a 60-year-old woman, for heaven's sakes. No one's paying my way, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with trying to make money on YouTube. That's what I'd like to do. That's my goal. That's what I'm trying to work for. But I have been actually working. And so I'm working my way into being independent and having a YouTube channel, and hoping I'm making a little bit on the side to offset the horrible pension Canada pays out to their senior citizens. And no, I'm not calling myself a senior citizen. I'm not. I'm not going there. Okay, well, so I had this comment about my phone storage filled up, so I had to go and delete a whole bunch of stuff. So, where I left off was I had a comment from somebody who watches somebody else, and one thing I found, it's kind of a hard thing when you're a creator and you get compared to another creator. And I have watched that creator for the person that made the comment. And like I said, it's unfair to compare two people. For one, that person lives on Vancouver Island. They travel that circuit, and the weather is way different in Vancouver Island than it is in Alberta. We get like sometimes minus 40. Plus, it's different when you're working and living in a van. When you're working 6 days a week, comparatively speaking, being able to do content up on a continuous basis, and that is your job, that is your career, and that is why I went and made some changes. I will get back to that in a minute, but I am looking at wanting to travel in a year's time. I'm getting older, I'm really tired, and I think I can make it on my pension. But anyway, let's get back to the comment. This person told me I had a lot of stuff. So in saying that, if they know the background, and that's why I did the background, It's going to be my kitchen. It's going to be my bedroom, my bathroom, my office, just my living room. I have a lot of things that I need to incorporate the way that I want it incorporated. And when you're working, even if you're not, it takes time to put everything together. And it takes time to organize it every time you turn around, because all of a sudden it's disorganized. It is. It's disorganized every time you turn around. So there's a lot of work to van life, vehicle dwelling. And that is my answer to that person. I will get to a point where everything is done, is set up properly, and I'll have everything out of my storage unit. I have to break it down in two parts. What's for the camper and what's for the van. And what other stuff I can put aside for the other option that I'm looking at or have. So I have to take everything that I have and really go through everything. And because I have the camper already in a blueprint, I know how everything's going. I know exactly how much I can put in there for food and food storage, how much other kind of storage I can carry, how much linens, how much bathroom products, how much winter gear maybe, fuel, kitchen stuff, because I want to have a really nice big kitchen in there, and just a lounging area, and I am going to put in a wood stove. So there's all these things that I have to consider when I'm going through all my stuff. Then the rest of it I can get rid of. That takes so much time, and unfortunately I haven't been feeling good, and it's been hard to get anything done. And I'm looking at trying to finish this. Don't have much left. Finish my stove. I just have the ceiling. We're going to do that too. There's like 3 videos coming up this week and a half. I think I can get them all out in a week and a half. So over 2 hours of videos coming up that I've already got half done. One's almost done. And then I have lots of content coming up, you guys. It's just insane. There's so much fun stuff I have to share. And you guys are coming with me to the bloody stuff here, the imaging stuff. I don't like that kind of stuff. A lot of nurses and doctors and emergency responders, they don't like to go to the doctor. So I'm running out of space. I've been rambling on too much. I will be back very, very soon. I just want to say thank you for all those that have stuck with me. I can only do what I can do. And pleasantly surprised that a lot of people have stuck with me. I ramble on way too much. I talk and talk and talk. So, I just want to say thanks. And you guys mean a lot to me. And I shared all my medical stuff with you. I really don't care. It's private stuff, but it's medical stuff. Who cares, right? Really, who cares? I just hope everyone's doing well. Maybe if somebody sees, that's sick right now, maybe if they see that, oh geez, she's not feeling good. She's got just massive headaches coming on and just really tired and just not feeling good. A lot of nausea. I haven't thrown up, but boy, snap of a fingers, it'll come like that. Just not feeling good. Anyway, if someone else is feeling miserable, know that I'm feeling miserable with you. And I'm sorry that you're feeling miserable. We all get older and things break down. It's a sad state of affairs. Love y'all. You guys all take care. We'll see you really soon. And thanks for joining me today. I think I'm going to do a van tour. Even though I'm not done, I'm going to do a van tour. Because I am really organized. I am. Really, I am. I'm really proud of my organization. And it's tough when you move out of a house and it's all in one pile and you go, okay, I got to fit this all in my van. You know, I have downsized over the years quite a bit. But when you're working a lot, it's hard to find all the time to get everything done, right? We all know that one.